Opening scene, you, sitting under dim, cozy lighting with a flashlight in hand, creating a suspenseful atmosphere. Host. Hey there, adventure seekers. Tonight I've got a story that will send shivers down your spine and fill your heart with excitement. It's about a group of brave students, a mysterious forest, and the secrets hidden within its shadows. Are you ready? Let's dive into The Midnight Forest Adventure. Transition to a visual of a dark, eerie forest under the moonlight. Story begins. Narration mode. Host. Voiceover. It all began on a chilly autumn night. 4 students, Eli, Maya, Jordan, and Priya, decided to challenge themselves with a dare: to spend the night in Blackthorn Forest, a place known for its ghostly tales and eerie atmosphere. What's the worst that could happen? Eli joked as they stood at the forest's edge. The full moon illuminated the towering trees, their branches twisting like skeletal hands. They say people hear whispers in there, Priya said, clutching her backpack tightly. And footsteps when no one's around, Maya added, her voice trembling just a little. Jordan laughed. It's just a forest. Come on, let's prove there's nothing to be scared of. With flashlights in hand, they ventured in. Cut to Host, leaning forward. Host. But as they walked deeper into the forest, they realized that Blackthorn was no ordinary place. Back to story, narration mode. Host. Voiceover. The trees grew thicker, their shadows stretching like long fingers across the ground. The group tried to stay cheerful, joking and sharing stories, but then they heard it, a faint melodic humming, like a song carried by the wind. Did you hear that? Maya whispered, stopping in her tracks. I'm sure it's just the wind, Eli said, but his voice lacked conviction. They pressed on, following a narrow trail that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Suddenly their flashlights flickered, and they stumbled upon a clearing. At the center stood a massive tree with glowing silver leaves. Beneath it was a small wooden box. What is that? Priya asked, her curiosity overpowering her fear. Jordan stepped forward and knelt beside the box. It's locked, he said. Maybe it's better we leave it alone, Maya suggested, her eyes scanning the dark trees around them. But Eli, ever the daring one, pulled out a small pocket knife and pried the box open. Inside, they found an old map and a cryptic note that read, "Find the lantern and the truth will reveal itself." A treasure hunt? Priya asked, her excitement growing. Or a trap, Maya muttered. With no other choice but to follow the map, the group began their midnight quest. The path led them through a maze of dense undergrowth, across a shallow stream, and to a peculiar rock formation shaped like a wolf's head. This is on the map, Jordan said, shining his flashlight on the rocks. The lantern should be nearby. They searched the area until Maya found it, a rusty old lantern hanging from a tree branch. When she lit it, the flame turned blue, casting an eerie glow around them. Cut to Host, raising an eyebrow. Host. Here's where things get even stranger. The moment the lantern was lit, they weren't alone anymore. Back to story, narration mode. Host. Voiceover. Shadows began to move among the trees, and whispers filled the air. A figure stepped into the clearing, a man in tattered clothes with eyes that glowed faintly in the blue light. You shouldn't be here, he said, his voice calm but filled with warning. The group froze. Who are you? Eli managed to ask. I'm the keeper, the man replied, and you've awakened the forest. Awakened the forest? Priya repeated, clutching the lantern tightly. The keeper explained that the forest was alive, and the lantern was the key to its ancient power. By lighting it, they had summoned the forest protectors, spirits who didn't take kindly to intruders. You have until dawn to return the lantern to its resting place, the keeper warned. If you fail, you'll become part of the forest forever. With no time to waste, the students raced through the forest, following the map to the lantern's original location. The forest seemed to work against them. Trees shifted, paths disappeared, and the whispers grew louder. At one point, they were surrounded by glowing eyes in the darkness. Don't stop running, Jordan shouted as they pushed through. Finally, as the first light of dawn broke through the trees, they reached a stone altar covered in moss. Priya placed the lantern on it, and the forest fell silent. The keeper appeared one last time, nodding in approval. "You've shown courage," he said. "But remember, Blackthorn doesn't forget." Before they could respond, he vanished, and the students found themselves back at the forest's edge, as if nothing had happened. Cut to Host, smiling mysteriously.